Alright, so I'm currently going to be doing an install video. We went to the junkyard like about 2 months ago, and we saw, we were looking for like little pieces for the 370Z, but there wasn't really any because it's like a fairly new car. But we did run into a 350Z, and it had a Bose sound system on it. So basically we took off the speakers, and I was just going to show you here the difference between the speakers that we got. So these are like paper almost. These are the ones that were on the 370Z, and like they're just, I mean, they work, but boy do they look like they're just like paper. And this one here is a Bose sound speaker, and there's a huge difference in the quality between those two there. So I'm going to be replacing those that are the 370Z ones with these ones right here, which are the Bose sound speakers from the 350Z, and they are the same size, but I will have to do some modifications. Okay, so to remove the door panel, I'm just using this flat screwdriver, but you like, to be safer, people would like, I would recommend that you use like a plastic one, but this will get the job done. So there's to start it off, you gotta remove, I think it's 3 screws, and you can find one of them up here. So you kind of like pry this open slowly, softly, and then once it's a little open, the rest will kind of pop out. So that's how it looks like in the inside. And there's a screw. So there's that little piece. Just put that down there. And the other one is located under this little handle piece. So again, it already has a little sloffer, I'd say a flat screwdriver. Just pop that out, and has a little hinge right there. That's how that looks like. So yeah, and it has size 10 screws, so you can start taking those off, and that's also size 10. So yeah, I'm about to do that. Alright, so I got this top screw out and these two down, they're out. So after this, you can start taking apart the whole panel. But what I found is that the best part is to start down. The best way to do this is to start down here, and there's this little, I don't know, there's a little indentation in the metal, and that's what I found. That's what I used to take it out. So basically I just put a screwdriver in there and just kind of pry it, and you don't even have to put too much force into it, and it just pops out. And instead of going all the way around, like starting here or here, you don't go this way, but you go to like towards the outside, and then you just kind of pry out a little bit. You honestly don't even have to put that much force in. If you have to do a little too much force, then something's not right. And then you just work your way up slowly. Alright. Looks like you can start working this way. Once you don't work this yet. This is probably like the last part you should do right here. This is probably the last part. So start going this way again. Starts popping out again. Alright, one of the clips just fell. So just start popping that out. There we go. Okay, it's almost done. Then you just get to this last one. Just pop this one out. This is probably the hardest one to take out. I don't want to say you yank on it, but you kind of have to pull with more force on this one. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand, but you get the picture. Just pull this one out, and it's the last one. As you can see here, it's already flapping. It's already pretty loose. Just need to take this guy. So I got it out. I forgot to mention that you also need to take this guy out, but I didn't want to take it out from right here, because I didn't want to like mess with any of the plastic right here, ruin it or anything like that. So instead, what I'm going to do is go on the inside and take it out with a screwdriver. So you may get confused here. So there's a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, like maybe 5 or 6 clips that you need to work with. But the only ones you need are these two right here. They're like little gray ones on the clipped onto this white plastic. And then there's another one back here, but you can't really put the camera in there. But there's one right here, and then one back here, and then you can just slide this guy out, and then you can take the panel pretty much all the way off, except for that little thing that I don't want to mess with. But this guy here, you can, after you take this off, this little control system, you can unclip this, and then that'll give you more mobility in the door panel. So yeah. Alright, so I just unclipped the little console thing from the inside. As I said, there was one here, and this guy's just like a little slider. And then there's this guy right here. But this guy that was in here, you kind of don't have to worry too much about it. As long as you get these two here, you can start pulling it, and then this last one will just get loose by itself. And before we kind of take this all apart, what I did was kind of look around here and take a screwdriver and then just pop this guy out. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand, but yeah, you just put pressure on this little tab here, and then you just pull apart that. And for this other one, it looks like it has a little tab here, so you press on that and then you pull these two pieces apart. So that's what you do to take this thing out. And I'll show you guys how it looks like after, because I kind of need both my hands. Alright, so I took apart that little switch thingy, and I'm about to put that in there. Once you got that, you can put the door panel down just like that and get to the speaker. So this is the stock speaker we're going to be working with. To take that off, I believe you just press on that and then just pop that out. And then I believe this is a 10 right there. Yeah, so these are all 10s. You can just take either these three out or all, what is that, like 7 or 8 of them. I'm gonna need to take all of them out because I'm gonna need to make modifications to this guy. But yeah. Alright, so when I took the speaker apart, or the door panel apart, I got this piece, which was where the original speaker was, and it was screwed onto here, here, and here. And this is the new speaker that I want to put on. Turns out that because of this, turn around here real quick. Turns out because of this right here, because of this diameter, it won't fit into here. It was just a little too small. So what I did was grab my dad's multi-tool, and you see that little piece I cut off. So basically, I measured out like a 5.5 diameter on paper, and then I just kind of like put it in there, and I kind of sharpied it with this silver Sharpie pen, and I cut this little chunk out right there. I was a little nervous because of that right there. There was like a little screw hole, but after looking around, it looks like it doesn't do anything. So that made me cut it right away, and then basically now it'll fit in. I just need I'm gonna be using, where are they? Well, I'm gonna be using just like some normal screws that dig into the plastic. So I'm gonna be doing 3 here because the 4th one just won't go all the way around. But yeah, that's gonna be the setup, and then I need to do the cable work to go into the door panel. Alright, so I just put in the 3 screws here. This one here, I'm not going to be able to put in because of the design it has here, but regardless, like I tried wiggling this whole speaker around and trying to find the perfect place, but because of the hole here being too big, I won't be able to do all 4. But anyways, I fit it into this corner, and I put it in. You see the screws are kind of dug through, and it's not the most professional, but you know, nobody's going to see that, and it's pretty sturdy. Like, you can lift it from there, you can wiggle it, it's not gonna fall off. And then this guy's gonna go right there. I just need to put the screw here, and then the bottom, and then it should be fine there. And then I just need to get to putting the whole thing back together. Alright, so I just finished putting in both speakers. The car isn't put together completely, but the speakers are connected and working. And the main reason for why I did this, you may be like, why would you put a 350Z like speaker on a 370Z? is because of the quality of the speaker. Like, just look at this. It's like pretty much like cardboard, plastic, and paper. Yeah. And I mean, this probably has the same thing. It's not like an aftermarket speaker that costs like hundreds of dollars that is like the best of the best, but it's way better than that, I would say. Another thing is that that got me to do this is the fact that whenever I would put the volume up like pretty high in this car, and I'd put the bass like level really high, it would make some weird I don't even know how to explain this sound. It's like a chattery vibration noise from the speakers, and I'm pretty sure these would be more resistant to like the loudness of the car. So and I did test it right now, and it sounds amazing compared to those right there. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of the way this came out. You may be asking yourself like, man, this kid knows what he's doing. Honestly, I wish I could say that, but I just kind of do what I can to what I know and what I can. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing really, but in the end, it looks pretty good and it works. So I'm not saying this to kind of discourage anyone from doing this. I'm just saying anybody can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.